and looks massive. I mean, he looks well over 200 pounds right now. Conor actually brought it up when someone was asking him about USADA.
Yeah, he was like, it almost seemed like he was justifying drug use at some point. It was kind of wild.
It seemed exactly like.
He was like, you don't know, like, this is like, I took myself out of the pool, everything's on board, and it was like very suggestive of this was within the rules and I had to do it, and fuck you if you don't like agree with my decision, sort of thing.
Not only that, he's taking his shirt off and posing constantly, and he looks like his piss would melt that USADA cup. Like it would just like burn a hole right through the bottom of that USADA cup.
Yeah, even if your leg was to have like the structural integrity to sustain an actual fight, like what is the implications of walking around with like a plate in it? Is that unfair? Obviously his priority would be like injury proofing himself, getting back in there, and like he very much wants to get back and run for sure. That's what makes me wonder if Conor could ever make like a successful comeback level.
He certainly could. The reason why Floyd Mayweather was still elite, even at the top of his game, I don't think you ever forget where you came from.
Okay.
Some people do. Some people definitely get soft. So we were just talking about Conor McGregor's injury. The weird thing is that there's a loophole in USADA that allows you to get out of the testing pool. You can just juice up.
Yeah, most of the guys weren't even aware, apparently. Anthony Smith, who does the show with Bisping, he was like, I didn't even know you could fucking do that.
Seems weird. And you just need 6 months. Like, if someone had an injury, though, that's a very wise way to approach it, right? Like, what potentially would be good things that you would take if you had a broken bone and you wanted it to heal quicker?
HGH, peptides, androgens are very restorative. Like, they'll reinforce bone mineral density. Like, there's certain stuff that's going to stay in his system for a long time he could never use, but anything that is pro, like, bone integrity, I would be highly incentivized if I was him and I knew I wasn't being tested.
Yes.
So I'd be pushing that vector hard.
Yeah, if you took time off, it's like if it was you and you were a UFC fighter and you broke your leg and you found out about this USADA loophole, so you would take peptides, you would take growth. What are the things that you were saying that you wouldn't take because they would stay in your system for too long?
Like, I don't know, DECA.
How long does that stuff stay in your system?
Oh, DECA can be like a year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's fucking nuts.
So him taking testosterone, but wouldn't that fuck with his endogenous production of testosterone then when he gets off of it?
Yeah, he could. I imagine his main priority is injury-proofing himself more so than getting, like, juicy as fuck.
Right. Well, also just recovering. You know, when your bones get snapped and it's a weight-bearing bone. He says, I crushed the metatarsal bone in my foot 3 weeks before the Khabib fight and still made the walk. All injuries are not the same. You will see it all on Netflix. Oh, so he's doing a Netflix documentary? When a serious injury with a high percentage of never recovering occurs, it is just simply not the same. Yeah, well, there is a high percentage of never truly recovering.
I imagine it's very much from the acceleration of recovery and then also just trying to make sure this shit never happens again. And he's actually confident going into the ring. For him, it's kind of a unique loophole for sure. If anyone else has vetted this strategy and like somehow they were encouraged not to or made it seem like it was not allowed, but it seems kind of odd that he was able to take himself out so perfectly and then is able to just enter back in. This is not something that I think even other UFC fighters were aware of as like a possible...
Right.
Everybody's on steroids. The whole UFC, everybody. Your teammate Gil and Jake were 2 caught on steroids. Not and me. You and those not me. Talking about not me. I'm not on no steroids. What the fuck are you talking about? Your 2 teammates were on steroids. That's your 2 boys, the scrap pack. Remember that? Well, damn, they were. Did you know they were taking that stuff? Did you know they were taking that stuff? Did you? You're on steroids. Sure I am. I'm just an animal. I'm just an animal.
Do you think that people are just too quick to say, oh, Conor's picking what he wants, Conor's doing what he wants?
I am picking what I want, and I am doing what I want. When you can rack up $400 million in revenue for the company in back-to-back events, you can do whatever the fuck you want. I'm living the whatever the fuck I want life. That's the life I live. Whatever I want, whenever I want. And I have earned that through hard work, through sacrifice, and that's it, through victory.